Hi there, I am Tanya Vindiger, and as you know, probably I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So I just had my morning coffee and I journal. I usually have that at my local coffee shop, and I thought I really want to share this with you, but I don't quite know how, and I hope I kind of make sense, because that was really when things started to shift in my healing journey. And it is kind of, I find it really complicated to explain, really. But when I first was diagnosed, or even before I was diagnosed, everything was chaotic. My brain was chaotic, my emotions were just so out of control. There was this, this roller coaster I was on. It was horrible, and I don't think I need to explain to you that part of it, because everyone has been in that. The difference is how long people spend in that time. And for me, I thought, never anything's going to change. I just threw my hands in the air. It's like, I have PTSD, that's just it. My mind's just this reactive thing, and I just bounce off walls, and my life's never going to amount to anything. And I had a lot of professional help then too, I must say. But I was at one point, I said, well, my life sucks the way it is. I hate myself. I don't like anything I do. I can keep being that person and staying where I am and keep living like I am, and it's going to be miserable. No doubt. For the rest of my life. I can say, well, that's it. That's enough. I don't like that, so I've got to do something about this. And I think one of the books I read then that was really kind of a spark for me was the book by Robin Sharma, The Leader Who Has No Title, I think it's called. And I love that book. I can only encourage you to read that. But that was the start when I realized it's not so much the outside world or what happened to me that's going to predict my future. It's my inside world. How do I want to show up? And I have tremendous control over that, even though I thought I had no control over this, but I really do. And that's when I kind of started to exploring ways, as in, how can I change? And it was a disaster for a long time. I've been working on this for many, many years, and it's probably at least a decade or longer. But I realized, talking to other people in this field, whether this person has a mental health disorder themselves or whether they don't, they had hardships as well. Everyone has real hardships and really tough experiences in their life. But they still claim to have extraordinary lives. And these people really keep working on themselves. I think that's the key to that. And one way I find I love to is how Brendon Burchard explains it. You pick 3 words that describe yourself, and you can go out there and Google, you get thousands of pages on values, things, how do you want to show up in the world, how do you want other people to see you, whether it is caring, loving, joyous, engaged, enthusiastic, brave, kind, whatever it is that you want to represent. Okay, something you want to represent. And if you're anything like me, it was horrible, because there is these lists and lists of words, like alphabetically usually, and I had to choose 3, only 3, because that's the max you can really focus on. I couldn't even remember the 3 words for the first few weeks. But know that you can change those words later on. A few years in, I changed them slightly, and I might change them again in future, but it doesn't matter. But it gives me a sense of control again. I'm going out, and if someone triggers me, I can think, okay, I want to be this person. How can I be that now? Being reactive isn't gonna be that. Isn't gonna help me in any way. And initially, I couldn't do it, so I had to do a lot of visualizations. My demons are awesome. My demons in my head, they throw anything, any disastrous event in the future they predict. And I used to be stuck there, with those disasters. Oh my gosh, much. And then my anxiety goes up, so I never wanted to go out socializing or doing anything. And by the way, I said earlier, I just came back from the coffee shop. That is one routine I put into place. Every morning I go to this coffee shop and I journal, because I am a person, if I don't make myself doing that, I'm just going to stay home, and then I'll start feeling lonely, and that's it. So I really struggle with that. So I had to set a routine in place to get myself out there. And the interesting thing is when you do that, especially if you go to the same coffee shop at about the same time, you realise you meet the same group of people there, and you kind of start smiling to each other in the mornings. It's like, hi. It's almost like you have a connection, even though it's very shallow, but I know that, but it's still, you're out there, and instead of just being stuck at home. So I just wanted to put that in. I'm totally off track now. Sorry. But, you got to set those little routines in place. It is so, so important. But my demons, they would come up with any disaster, whether this is like I'm going to spill everything on me, or no one wants me to be at that coffee shop, and so on. But instead of having and stopping there with those thoughts, I made it a practice that every time something like that comes up, I visualize myself being that person. Whatever 3 words I chose for me, how can I still be that in that very situation? Even knowing if I spill my coffee on myself and make a mess at the coffee shop, how can I still show some joy or some caring, whatever it is that you choose. So I don't know whether I explained it that well. I hope you find it useful. So and make you think about how taking back command of your life and become the person that you want to be and the way you want to show up. This gives you kind of confidence again and courage that you can change things, and regardless of what happened in the past, you can still become the person that you choose to be. So with that, as always, lots and lots of love and rainbows to brighten up those tough times. Bye for now.